Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's Tuesday. I'm so happy to be here because the other option isn't so good. And I'm looking forward to a very simple workout today. So I know people will be jumping on pretty quickly in here. The class begins at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you want to join me live, go to the Facebook page, which is 60 Up Fitness, and then join our private group. It's a members only group. But anyone can join provided you answer the questions that are there. And then I get to actually work with you personally as well, which would be, it's an honor for me. And it's great to be able to hear where you're struggling so I can help create programs that will allow you to be more successful. That's what I was trying to say. Let me just straighten this camera up just a little bit. So hope you're doing great today. It's a beautiful Tuesday out here. We had a little bit of rain yesterday in Southern California. It was catastrophic, the way the city shuts down because there's gray clouds. But it was so beautiful. And my favorite thing actually is going out in the rain because we get so few rain days. And it reminds me of growing up in England where you had no choice. Well, you did have a choice. You either stayed in and never went anywhere or you got out in the rain. And it was always that special feeling. I really loved it actually when it was really cold and the wind would be blowing and I would be out running, training for football, soccer. And you'd feel it like stinging against your face, but it made you feel alive and made you want to push even harder. So that was great memories. Hey, Sam, good to see you here. Thanks for being here again. You're becoming not just a regular, but an energy regular, and I love that as well. Ginny, there's my favorite Ginny. I don't know too many Ginnies, but you're my favorite Ginny. So great to see you here as well. Joe, great to see you here. Good morning to everyone. Great. Dan, send us some rain. No, I want to keep the rain for myself. That's how selfish I am. And I heard Arizona, you guys are swamped right now, just nonstop rain. And Arizona is now turning into a complete rainforest down there. I've heard you had so much rain, you almost got an inch this year. That's pretty amazing. Good morning. Hey, Rita. Rita, I have no idea who that is. Rita. Well, welcome for being here. I think it's the first time that you've come to class today, Vivian. Just joking with you, but great to have you here. And I saw a post of yours yesterday on Instagram showing you working out, and just fantastic. Congratulations, you look amazing doing those exercises and fighting back over 2 years. And no one would ever know the struggles that you've gone through and continue to conquer. So amazing. Love to you. Keep that energy up. You're incredible. Pat, fantastic to see you here as well. Thanks so much for being here as always. Pat keeps me on my toes, which may be how I messed up my leg. It's all because of you, Pat. No, I'm just joking. Great to see you here. Liz, good to see you here. Good morning to you too. Thanks so much for being here as well. Mum, lovely to see you. Mum, there's an optometrist just down the road from you, from what I understand. You can go there, honestly. No, thanks so much, Mum. Love you. Bob, great to see you, Bob and Ben. Is Ben still with you, Bob, or is he skipping these classes right now? Because I got to make sure that Ben stays in there with you. He's got some big footsteps to follow. And it says Rita's back again. Hey, Rita. It's so funny seeing Rita. Pat. Pat, you said you mentioned the newsletter in another class. You don't get any more. Pat, reach out. If you go to wendy@60up.com, wendy@60up.com, send her an email and ask to be reattached to the newsletter that we send out. I'm actually going to be starting 2 Red Bull training, and that was one of the things that I put in the last newsletter. But hopefully you can get back in there and get that newsletter and see. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to be taking 2 of the red stability balls and using 2 at the same time. For those of you that have, some of you went out and got a second one. And I'm going to be using that on the floor for extra agility once you've conquered the board or feel you want to progress to more progression. So keep looking in there, Pat, and always great to see you. Betsy, the professor is in town. Betsy, love seeing you here. Thanks so much always. And I hope Herb is doing well. I have the craziest story. You know how sometimes I mess my words up? Well, I'm not going to tell you the story, but I had a very embarrassing message that I left yesterday, calling a assisted living home where I wanted to go in and try and do a 3-week trial and see if I could help their guests there, their residents. And I had a very, very funny experience. I wish you could delete voicemails that you left, but I got a word wrong. I'll just say that I meant to leave my phone number and meant to say 6. And somehow another word came out that kind of like 6, and that was very embarrassing. And I'm like, how do I delete? And you can't, it's on a voicemail. So anyway, hey, Vivian. Ben's here and typing this. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for being here and helping your dad so much as well. It's always beautiful to see. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, George. I hope everything's going great out there for you. Is this the worst Irish accent you ever heard? But it's great to see you here, my friend. I'm excited in here, George, because I've got those samples should be arriving this week or very early next week for drop foot and foo. It's like I'm going to be doing some kung fu. And some drop foot and neuropathy. So I'm really excited. I have 4 new products that I've been working on. I'm really excited. I make sure I do the testing before I put them to anybody else. Patrick, great to see you here, mate. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thanks so much for always being here. And I always kind of see your picture in there, and it looks like you're at the beach. I don't know if you're at the beach or not, but I love the beach. I'm heading to Bora Bora soon. Bora Bora doesn't know, and I don't know exactly when, but I'm going. I love the beach more than probably anywhere. Vicky, you're looking forward to the workout. I know you'll be doing it later. I just saw what Larry wrote in there. I know, and I look forward, very simple workout. Again, I'm still suffering with my injury. I'm not suffering, I'm growing with my injury. I'm overcoming it, and I can't believe how far I've been able to come so quickly. When the doctor said I wouldn't be off of crutches in 4 to 6 weeks and need to stay off and buy one of those bicycles that you put your knee on, or the scooters, and just scoot along. And I'm back fully walking. I just got to be very careful of the tightness that's in there. I love that one, Larry. I do my typing like you do your speech. Don't text what I said, Larry. I'd have to change this into a more, it'd have to be an 18 plus. Just that one word. It was a hilarious story. Anyway, you know when you do something and just for a second, you realize what you've done, and there's that moment's pause and you can't figure out, and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I just started laughing, and I had to apologize on the message, but it was great. So listen, I want to get on with the workout today. Thanks so much for being here. Again, a very simple workout. This is all pressure point training, but I did have a message today. And I actually wrote the message down here. You can see this is my workouts, and here's my message. And the message is, if you love someone, tell them how special they are. If you love someone, tell them how special they are. There's a commercial on TV that was for hearing aids. And the son says, I love you, Dad. And he says, what? And he says, I love you, Dad. And he says, I know. I heard you the first time. I just wanted to hear it again. And sometimes we run through life, or we're so busy going through life that we don't take a moment to stop and see the most important things around us and appreciate feelings. Feelings come and change so quickly, and we don't embrace them enough. I have a dear friend, Kofi, who has mentored me and taught me so much about awakening and loving life and find the best in moments, even when you feel sometimes pain, or you feel hurt, or you feel put down, or you feel people aren't supporting you. It's all just lessons in life to learn how to overcome things and be able to turn around and let people know that you love them, or to hear it from someone is the most amazing thing. So pretty crazy that I wrote that message down today. And I actually wrote that last night. So anyway, with that being said, Mom, you're beautiful. Thank you so much. Molly Ann, very hot here in the middle of the day. So you're going to do this later. You water skied for the first time last weekend. You got up on your ski and made some good turns considering it was the first time this year. Not bad for a 72-year-old. I was also thrilled to be able to walk out to the dock with no help. Kudos to the 60 Up and the Facebook Live classes once again. Well, I'll give that to everybody because all of you are amazing. Now, I just saw something that just came up. I'm going to have to run really quick, so hold on, I'll be back. I saw that my phone is almost out of battery. I didn't realize, so I've just got to get a charger real quick and I'll be back. We're going to start as soon as I get back. And look, I'm walking fine. Oh my gosh. Can you believe that the phone is almost out of battery? I couldn't believe that. That's a nightmare. Let me just plug this in. Good morning, Diana. It's great to see you here. Isn't it lucky that my battery is almost out, so it gave a second so that you're not late. Now I've got to be able to plug this in. Let me just grab this, pull this up to here. Oh, guys, if you could see what I'm doing right now. I can't believe this. This is real life. And now I'm having to get extension cords. If you guys all drop and leave, I can't blame you, but I got extension cords now and, oh, what a palaver. I haven't said that in years, the word palaver. Very English. Okay. Here we go. And it should be plugged in. And I think the batteries, Vicky, thanks so much. Patrick, the picture was at Lake George in New York. I'm walking so much better. Yeah, thanks so much. I'm so excited to be walking so much better. But again, this goes down to smart. It's not saying I'm smart, listening to my body, doing the right thing, giving it the love and attention, not blaming the injury, but saying I'm going to overcome this because I have the power. And all of you have the same. Listen to your body, but don't baby it, mature it. That's what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. I'm a little bit too long on the start there, so I apologize. Let's just start tapping on 1 and 1. Now, if any of you are new or watching this for the first time on YouTube or anything along those lines, this is just nice and simple. Go at your own pace. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Just make it where it fits perfectly into where you are and go at your own pace. Now, with the tapping going on, I've got some new challenges with the tapping, which is going to involve crossing the legs over, front and back. So keep tapping on 1 and 1. I'm going to come forward and just adjust the camera just a little bit. It got adjusted a little bit with the cable going in. There you go. That should be perfect. Okay, so we're just in here tapping 1. Now, what I want you to do is tap 1 on your toe and tap 2 on your heel across and bring it down. Let's try it left foot. Tap 1 on the toe, 2 on the heel, bring it down. So go here, here, down. Here, here. So we go 1 and 2. 1, cross, down. 1, cross, down. And again, 1, cross, down. And 1, cross, down. And again, 1, cross, down. And feel, as you're doing this, how your balance is perfectly balanced. Last one. As you're going, the board is held. And if you notice, I'm not holding on too tight. I'm just letting my hands rest on top to be able to grab if I need to. Now, the next one we're going to do is we're going to go tap 1, heel 2, toe 2, crossing over behind. Watch one time or join in if you want. Just join in. Here we go. So tap 1, heel 2, toe behind and bring it back down. And left. Toe, heel, toe, back. toe, heel, toe, back. And notice how your balance changes as you come back around. You're constantly in a changing balance on the leg that's left on the ground. I'm beginning to feel like an Irish jig dancer now. Hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy down. Hurdy-gurdy, hurdy-gurdy. I don't know why I'm making that sound. And again, toe, heel, toe, down, toe, heel, toe, and down. Good, come in and just rest it. All I want you to do is just shake those legs out, loosen them up just a little bit. Now stand solid, shake those arms out, move those fingers. One thing I'm going to start doing, if I remember, is just stretch those hands out a little bit earlier in class. Move those fingers so if you're holding onto those poles, you're not getting too much tightness going in. There you go, perfect. And come back to the center. Now what I want you to do is take your right foot, put it right in the middle of the board, and just go into a double knee bend. So you're just here, and then here. And again, down. Now as you're doing this, I want you to feel if it begins to push to the outside, bring the weight back to the middle. If it begins to change to your left, bring the weight back so we're able to find that perfect center point on our foot. And if you want, you can take your hands off and you'll notice as you're doing this where your weight and pressure is for that strength building of the legs, but most importantly, the ability of the brain to feel the middle and adjust if you need to. Change legs. Let's take the left foot right in the middle. It doesn't make sense, does it, when you say the left foot right? No, the left foot in the middle. Bend and back up and bend. Now, if I take my hands off, I can feel as I'm going, I got a little bit too much weight on my little toe. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing my pressure point slightly more to the ball of the foot to adjust the pressure that tends to lean. Now, let's think about this. When you've gone through an injury or a change or something that's changed, your body has altered itself to help compensate for the injury. So if I'm thinking about this smart, I'm thinking that because my right leg is injured, my left leg has had to change its pressure point, balance point, to be able to, and come back to the center, to be able to compensate for the right. So now I have to retrain my left to not put excess pressure on it as the right gets better. Okay, next one we're gonna do. We're now gonna take the right foot, put it so the toe faces the pole, and we're just gonna push slightly to the side and come back. Let's try it on the left. So you turn your foot out and make sure the knee goes in alignment with your toe. So I'm here, so it's like I'm beginning to turn, change direction, and then have the strength to come back again. A lot of times people will say they begin to feel really unstable as they begin to turn. A lot of that is because there's a weakness in the outside of the foot, and as we begin to turn, the little toe isn't strong enough to support our body weight, change of angle, or speed as that pressure point needs to adjust. So now hold it there. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the middle. Go to the middle, come back. Now go to the side, go to the middle. So we're just going straight on the right leg, we're not changing. And right, and notice how the leg muscle and the pressure points change. The board will touch the ground when you push to the side, but we're developing the strength in the leg to go from front to side. Come back, let's put the left leg perfectly in the middle. We bend, come back and feel your balance, and now begin to turn. Come back, balance, and begin to turn. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. It's a most beautiful day. Absolutely love the possibilities ahead. Think about it. Today, anything can happen. Anything positive can happen, and it's up to us to put ourselves in a position to experience that positivity. There you go, good. And come back to the center. Excellent. Now the last one we're gonna do, and this is very specific for turning and changing direction training. I want you to put your foot on number one. So you'll see the board, your right foot's on number one, the board is on the ground. Now pull back on the heel and push the toe down. So all we're doing is changing the angle of the foot. You should really feel this And I'm gonna change this a little bit now. You've got the feet in. Bend both legs, but keep more weight on the front leg. So what we're doing, the heel stays on the board, and we're training the front of the shin to have the strength. Brilliant for drop foot. Now, most of you that have drop foot at the early stages will actually drag the foot. It won't lift. So think of just pulling the toes up inside the shoe, toes up inside the shoe, toes up, and just get some engagement. There you go, good. Let's change to the left foot. Now, put the left foot on number one, lean forward. Now lift the foot, turn it towards the pole. And notice the leg will go in alignment with the toe. You don't want the toe to face out and the knee to face front, because that will put excess stress on the outside of the knee. So make sure that the leg angle is changing. And again, all we're doing here is getting the brain and foot connected to feel the change without even really thinking about it too much. Now bend both legs a little bit more. So it's like we're going down, forward, down, diagonal, down, forward, down, diagonal, down, forward, and we're beginning to turn to the left, and last one, turn to the left, and come back to the center. Good. So I can feel, and this is the beauty of having an injury, you really feel the engagement of the muscles. So I can feel how much my right calf has tightened up so much, my right leg. So let's go ahead, push the board to the right, push that heel to the ground and give it just a little bit of a stretch. So the heel's on the ground, the ball of the right foot is on the back of the board. Perfect. And feel that stretch. Like I said, sometimes it's amazing what we don't feel because we're stronger, we suddenly feel, change left foot, because we have a weakness. And we have to remember, always, listen to the weaknesses and grow them stronger at the right speed at the right time. I could come in here and start jumping on this board and think it's great and set myself back 2 weeks. But I'm 100% confident that if I wasn't doing anything, I'd set myself back 4 weeks. So again, one more time on the right, take the time to listen to your body, but challenge it. Work the body, support the injuries, support the issues. I know many of you write these most amazing messages to me or on the board saying, when I say the board, I mean the Facebook page, saying, you know, some of the things you're suffering with. I admire you so much because you've got the willingness and the ability to take those challenges on. But even more importantly, you're going to become a success story. I was looking at Rita, I was just saying earlier, how she's taken on the challenge she has and been absolutely incredible to see 2 years later, no longer using a walking stick, no longer using a walker, outliving life 100% when the doctors weren't positive that she'd be any better without a walker. Here we go, step up on 2 and 2. Just rocking side to side. Now lift that body up. I want you to pull those shoulders back and stand as tall as you can. So feel that breath. Don't pull them too far back. Just feel tall. Pull through the center of your head. Lift that body up. Feel strong. Now what I want you to do is just squeeze those abs a little bit. Blow out. So we start to get that core even more engaged. Perfect. There you go. Excellent. Love it. Now, if you notice, for those of you that are new, I have a red shoe and a blue shoe. That's not because I lost the other shoes. I have exactly the same pair, but the other way around. I have a red left and a blue right. This is for those of you that know that your right foot, if you get lost in here, the right foot is the red shoe and the blue shoe is the left foot. Here we go. Good. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to just find that balance. Now, this was specifically this exercise, and remember, Tuesday is all brain training. I saw a message, and so many of you responded to it, and thank you so much. I forgot the lady's name right now, but she said she's having a hard time balancing because she overcorrects or she leans too much. So what I want you to do is push down with the left. Now, we're going to go into such specific training. I want you to slowly push your weight onto the right until you come to the middle and don't overcorrect. So we've got the slightest movement of pressure change. Now push it down to the right. Now slowly push down with that left foot until you come to the middle. So you don't overcorrect. Now I can feel that I'm pushing great, but when it gets to a certain point, I've got to take some of the pressure off, and that's why I'm going a little bit too fast. So slowly go to the side. As you're about to find the middle, take some of the weight off so you don't push too much the other side. That adjustment is so fine. Push down to the right. Now, go in here, push with the left slowly, and as you're about to get to the middle, take some of the pressure off of the left and feel how you're adjusting that balance. Right, let's try it again. Go to the left, push down. Now, slowly go to the right. Don't go so fast that you push the other way. Like I said, this is complete brain control training. And push to the right. I've noticed I've got better already. Now I push slowly, not using my hands. Let it be the feet. Just when I said I was getting better, then I start getting all wobbly. Let's go to the left. Again, push as the ball begins to go to the middle. Take some of the pressure off of the right and let it go back to the left. Now push down to the right. Bend those knees a little. Now, very slight adjustment. This is much harder than it feels to find that middle. Now we're going to go faster. Go to the right. Push to the left. Now find your balance. Push to the right. Now come back, find your balance. Now we're just going to go faster. Left, balance. Right, balance. If you don't make it, don't worry. Left, balance. Right, balance. Left, balance. And notice this whole time, right, balance. Notice this whole time how you're constantly working. Even when you find the middle, you're still engaged. Now, for those of you that are more advanced, take your hands off. Keep them close so you can balance. Now, left, find that balance. Right, find that balance. Left, find that balance. Last one coming up, go to the right, find that balance. Excellent, and just rock it out. There you go, good. Now, what I want you to do, last thing before we get a drink of water, push that butt back as if someone's too close to you in the market. Push them back. Hey, get back, buddy. That was kind of weird, actually, say, get back. Okay, good. In there now, bend your knees. Now, in this position, I want you to rock side to side, but don't move the body. Push the leg, 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 push. So what we're doing is we're really engaging now the quads. Now, tighten that stomach. Feel how solid you are in here. Now, slightly stand upright and bend the knees a little bit more and push. Leg, 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 leg. Now find that middle balance and hold it. There you go. Take your hands off if you feel comfortable. You're holding it 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Complete engagement of the muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stand up. Good. Push down with the right foot. Step back with the left. Grab yourself a quick drink of water. I love these classes, like I said, because it really is feeling. Again, not looking at the ground. Feeling the whole time. Vicky, you like that, don't baby it, mature it. I have to say that because people say I never grew up. They said, Dan, grow up. I said, no, I need to mature. They're like, you still need to mature. Whatever that means. Okay, on to the next exercise. Now, this is a little bit of a test for me. For those of you who are new, just take it nice and easy. Just put your feet on one and just rock side to side. There you go, perfect. Just rocking side to side, nice and easy. Love it. Good, now what I want you to do is lift the heel up slightly, and I'm gonna take this really carefully because if I begin to feel my leg hurting, I'm gonna slow down or I'm gonna alter the exercise, and you can too. For those of you that are more advanced, let's lift those feet and pad it very slightly. When I say pad it, just pad the board, feel the touch and push. So you're not slamming the board with your feet, it's almost no impact. There you go, perfect, just rocking side to side to side to side. And for those of you that want to pick it up, and this is the first time I've done this since I was in hospital, I'm actually kind of running. Again, I'm going to slow it down because I've got to be smart. I get excited sometimes when I feel progression. There you are, good. And just rocking it side to side. Now, lift those knees up higher. So you begin now to engage more the core. You're engaging your hip flexors as you're walking. You're also spending more time on one leg as you go, which is great for that brain training of confidence, of balance on a surface that's not even flat. So imagine how good you'll be when you're on a flat surface. Good, now can you go a little bit faster? Lifting those knees, we've got 10 seconds. There you go, good. I've got a new exercise coming up that is gonna be a little interesting to see how you do, because it's definitely a change of anything we've done before. Good, and all I want you to do now is just push those hips side to side. There you go, good. The knees are bent, we're just taking the energy down a little bit, but engaging the hips more. And this reminds me of the 1960s. Not that I was around then, but this reminds me of the 1960s because it's all about the hippies. Oh, that was a bad joke. Bob Eubanks won't be with us today because he's on a radio tour right now. He's speaking at a number of different radio stations about his life and very much how the 60 Up balance board changed his life as well. So wishing you the best there, Bob. When I say on a tour, he's doing it from his house. He's just going to different cities online. Okay, what I want you to do is step back down off of the board, grab a quick drink of water, and we're back on with a new exercise that I tried it just a little bit because I didn't want to overdo it with my leg. And it's very different, and I'm interested to find out how you do with this. I can already feel the sweat dripping down. So, and I know that's because of the work that we're doing, because it's not that hot out. Okay, what I want you to do, and hopefully you enjoy me in here, and again, go smart. I want you to take your left foot and step on the right number one. Now step up, take your right foot, cross it over, and take it back. And all we're gonna do is you'll go on the toe and just cross it over. Now, as I'm bringing it, I drag my foot back and then I lift. I drag my foot behind. So you create the space to bring it around. Cross and cross and cross. It's like being on roller skates and crossing over as you're looking to change direction. I'm gonna turn to the right. Nope, I'm gonna turn to the left. And now I'm gonna start engaging my hips a little bit more and turning as I go. Now you don't have to drag the foot, you can actually lift it back and bring it in, back, bring it in, back, bring it in. So you're just walking. Now what we're working in here is the ability to cross your legs over, change weight transference. You'll notice your hips are working because we're having to bring the knee across so it helps loosen up the hips. And at the same time, getting used to balance. You'll notice that your balance here, when you go single leg, is on the little toe. It's on my little toe. So again, we're strengthening up that little toe area to be able to go. Good, last one on each side, left foot. Now from here, take the right foot and step it back down again. Now, what's interesting about that one is how, again, we use the hips, and it's a complete change where people are having a hard time walking forward. Suddenly, we're crossing over as we're going and beginning to get comfortable with it. Now, step back up on number one, but with the right foot this time. All I want you to do is touch the pole, number one. Touch the pole, number one. All we're doing now is just loosening up the hip from that exercise. So again, now, if you want to make it harder, you can lift the knee up and down. So I slide up the pole, I slide down the pole. Slide up the pole, slide down the pole. There you go. So you're just working it side to side. Excellent, and excellent, and excellent. Good. And bring it back down. Take your feet to 2 and 2 and just bring that toe to the calf. Again, we're just loosening up those legs. Now we're getting a constant cardio workout with no impact on here. The board rocking is taking the impact off of the vibration through the muscles. So again, very safe, very simple training that will impact you both in balance and in strengthening without, or certainly with less risk of any sort of injury. Good. What I want you to do now, just rock side to side. I want you to take your left foot, put it on number 1. Take your right foot, place it on number 3. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do a balance exercise. So what I want you to do is push down and find that balance. You'll find about 90% of your weight is on your left leg. Now what I want you to do is take your right foot, bring it to the left, let go. Come back, push the balance, and what we're working on here is balance to balance. So we're finding that balance pressure point. Then you're going to come up, and now we're balanced on one leg. Take the right leg back again. We're doing 5 of these. Find that balance. How quick can you find that pressure point balance? Your butt's back just a little bit. Now bring the right foot in, find your balance. 2 to go. Here we go. You're looking brilliant. I love it. Come back in, find that balance. You'll notice again the pressure point on the little toe more than the big toe on the balance on the single leg. Find that balance. Oh, I just saw another exercise that I got. Come back, balance, and bring your right foot to number 1. Now let's take the left foot. I saw an exercise that we have that I tried to do last night. All brain training. Bring in, stand on one leg. All brain training. And it was really, find that balance. It's much harder to do than you think. It was a real challenge. Come back up, stand, find that balance. Let's go back. Oops, over push down there. Quick adjustment of the balance. Bring the leg in, find your balance. I can definitely feel that I'm weaker on this right leg, but it's great because my brain is reactivating and saying, where's those pressure points? So I can re-engage the right leg as soon as possible because the brain will guide me. Last one. And so I'm not overcompensating and making the left side weaker for certainly longer than it needs to be. Balance and come on back down. There you go, good. Shake the legs out. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm just reading that, grab a quick drink of water and we're on to the exercise number 7. There you go. Okay, so what we're going to do here on this exercise, both feet are in the middle and we're going to step up on 2 and 2. There you go, good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to place your left foot on number 1 and take your right foot to the ground. Find that balance. Now come up, go to 2 and 2, find that balance. Now put your right foot in the middle. Take the left foot back and find that balance in the center. Now come back up, go on 2 and 2, find your balance. Bring your left foot to the middle and straight away see if you can find that balance as you take that right leg back. You come up, 2 and 2, find that balance. Good, bring the right foot to the middle, immediately find that one leg balance, step back. Now come up and find your balance. Now go to 2 and 2 and find your balance. Such a good training in here. Push down with the right, find the balance on the left. Now we're extending this out a little bit. Now go back. Keep that balance in the middle. Now come up, find that balance. And the last one we're going to change now. Go to 2 and 2. Watch how this works. And find there. Bring your right foot to the middle. Find your balance. Now take the left foot to the front. Keep that balance. We're working this quad muscle. Now bring the left foot to the middle. Now go back onto the ground. Now come back to the middle. A lot of single leg balance here. And go back to 2 and 2. Find that balance. Brilliant. Now push down with the right, bring your left foot to the middle, find that balance straight away. Now straighten the right leg in front of you, keeping that balance, and tighten the right leg quad muscle. Now bring it to the middle, keep that balance. Now go back, keeping that balance. Come back to the middle. One last time through on both legs. Here we go. We go a little bit faster now. Find the balance. Right foot in the middle, find the balance. Straighten the leg, find the balance. Come back to the middle. Go back on the ground. Come back to the middle. And go back to 2 and 2. Find the balance. Last time on the left foot. Push down with the right. Left foot in the middle. Find your foot. Single leg balance. Single leg balance. Single leg balance. Come back up to single leg. And rock it out 2 and 2. So just give me some butt kickers in here just to loosen up. And again, I can feel so much how I've been able to improve the injury. It feels absolutely amazing. So, and what I'm saying is the progression is I still feel a little bit that I can't just let go and start going crazy. But it's amazing to feel how incredible the body is and how it can heal and get better faster if we positively engage the thoughts in there and keeping it going. That's for anybody and anything. You know, you give that positive attention and it's incredible how the body follows the mind, whichever way you think. Okay, what we're gonna do now, come and find that balance in the middle. Excellent. So this is a new exercise we're gonna do, and this is the last exercise of the day, but this is a brain challenge, huge brain challenge, just like the sweat dripping in my eye is a challenge. Good. Bring your feet to 1 and 1. And I'm going to wish you now good luck. Okay, with your hands in here, start running your fingers, keeping that balance at all times. So we're multitasking the brain to be thinking of your fingers and let the brain itself control the balance as you begin to feel it changing. And this is great for beginners. This is great for advanced. Anytime you can multi-challenge the brain, multitask the brain, we're going to be improving the ability of the brain to function. Okay, good. Now, hold on with the left hand. Remember, fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 touches 2, 1 touches 3, 1 touches 4, 1 touches 5. So I'm going to give you different numbers. It'll be 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 3. 1, 2. Okay, so that's going to be, then let's try it on the left side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your hand up and do this with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a little 5. There's a little wave. By the way, what's this? That's a microwave, just so you know. Never heats my food up though. Terrible joke, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the challenge we're gonna have. And notice when you were doing this, how you were constantly, without thinking about it, correcting your balance. For those of you, and some great suggestions, if you wanna make it a little easier, put a towel, put a thicker mat underneath, put the board on thicker carpet. For those of you that want it harder, challenge, go on the thinnest non-slip surface you can find. And the thinner the surface, the harder the balance. Okay. So this is the challenge, and I'm excited because this is something that's really challenging. What I want you to do is run your fingers from little finger up to the second finger. Now, keep doing that with your left hand only. Now with the right hand, 1, 5, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 4. Keep those fingers running, 1, 2. Keep those fingers running, little finger up, 1, 5. Keep it smooth. I can feel that I'm getting a little staccato. 1, 4, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 2, and bring it back down. How did you do? I could feel that I was a little jittery in there. Good. Let's get those fingers running. Left hand, right hand finger. In fact, you can run them both. Keep the right going. Keep that balance 1 and 1. Now take the hand off. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 3. That was 1, 4. I messed up. 1, 3. Good, and bring it back down again. Not easy to do. Good. Just place your hands on top and let's just rock out. Now, did you notice while you were doing that, how much the board was being balanced because you weren't focused on it, and we were multitasking so much of this. Now, one of the things that I'll give you to do, which will be a great challenge for you, is if you're watching TV at night time and you're working on your balance and pressure points, repeat what the actors are saying. And as you repeat what they're saying, I want you to be running your fingers or doing different exercises with other fingers while you're talking. And notice how, again, you multitask the brain. This will help so much. I was talking to a doctor the other day, just keep rocking on 101, about dementia and how engaging the brain is so important to slow down or lessen the impact of dementia before it really onsets. Don't wait for it to come on. And the doctor was super brilliant in the information they were giving. And I was looking at the 60 up and all these different exercises and saying, how can we keep the brain engaged to stay focused so it doesn't begin to slow down? And so, again, keep challenging yourself, keep doing different things. Don't wait for me to lead you. I'm here to help and support you. So even if you want to do little exercises, just touching your head, touching your shoulder, head, shoulder, knees, and toes. Be careful of the toes. Bending down that far, but keep engaging yourself. There you go. Now, the last thing I want us to do, just to finish with and take the energy down, is your feet are on 1 and 1. Just check they're there. Now find the balance. And what I want you to do is take your hands and just touch the outside the poles. Very small. The reason I'm having you touch the poles is there's always that safety. If I need to suddenly balance, you know where the poles are. Now we're going to go advance this. You're going to go outside the pole, touch, inside the pole, touch, outside, touch. So we're now getting that proprioceptive feeling of touch, 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 where we're beginning to, and notice how you're constantly working on that balance, but notice how you're feeling, and as you feel, you increase the brain's ability to be able to connect to do whatever you want to do. I can notice my balance is a little bit shaky right now, so if I want to, I can start focusing more on my balance and let the arms become subliminal. Now I'm going to change it back and go back to my hands and let the brain take over. There you go, good. And push down with the right foot, step back with the left, shake those legs out. And that again was a very, very, very simple, basic brain connection that became tougher as we begin to add tasks to it. But thanks so much for being here. Let's grab those hands, just push them down a little bit, stretch out, take out that spasticity of the muscles tightening. Good, now roll the wrists both ways, loosen it up. Excellent. Good. Interlock the fingers one last time. Just push them down. Now hold them for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And just relax them out. Now roll the shoulders back. Beautiful. There you go. And roll the shoulders forward. And roll the shoulders back. And roll the shoulders forward. There you go, good. Step the feet apart, just run your leg down the side, run your hand down the side of your leg, just feeling it, rocking. Now, if you have vertigo, all I'm gonna ask you to do is keep that head still. If you notice, instead of my head rocking, my body's rocking, but pick a point in front of you and just focus on that, and don't let the rock go into your head. If you feel good, you want an extra stretch, you can stretch it up there. There you go, good. Take your hands, just twist. Keep that head perfectly forward. So again, we're engaging the core, feeling nice and strong. There you go. Now, as you're doing this, notice how solid your feet feel on the ground. Anytime in the past that you used to believe that you were losing your balance or didn't feel safe on the ground, you're absolutely brilliant. The ground is safe because of you. Now I want to do these like Jane Fonda exercises, I feel here. Okay, good. What I want you to do now is just kick those legs up. I've got a new stretching device that I'm bringing to 60 up to help with stretching during the day. I've been practicing with one and looking at how I can help so that we're not limited by flexibility to be able to become flexible. Shake those legs out. There you go. Good. Take the right leg and just roll the ankle. Now think about what I'm saying. Sometimes we're so stiff that we can't get into a position to be flexible. Change legs. So I've got this creation that we're going to be bringing to class to help and learn. I'll be doing special classes just for flexibility. And I'm so excited about being able to bring that to you. Good, push the board to the right. I told you I'm non-stop. My brain doesn't think. Okay, I'm always honest with you. I can feel how tight my right calf has got from doing that exercise now. My leg, I can feel a little bit of pain as I stretch it. So as soon as this class is over, I'm gonna go and get ice. I'm gonna ice the area. Let's change legs, because again, that will stop the swelling. It will help take down any potential bruising, but I don't feel bad for doing the exercises. I had to stop. I have to stop at the right time. Change leg again and feel, so I'm not gonna stretch quite as hard, but I can feel how it's tightened up. So again, listen to your body, be super smart. This is what, we don't give ourselves enough credit for how smart we are, but even worse, society doesn't give you credit for how smart you are. We're always taught in so many spheres to dumb it down until we're given permission to think for ourselves. I'm a huge believer, as you know, think for yourself, trust your instincts, listen to information, and take the best of the information for you to then be able to help you the best you can. Good, put your heel on the board, toe on the pole, just lean it forward. There you go. Oh, it feels so good. And you'll notice by putting the toe on the pole and the heel on the board, how you're actually able to get a little bit more of a calf stretch in there as well. We're almost done. Change legs. There you go, pushing it down. It feels so good. Do you ever get into one of those positions where you're stretching, go, oh, it feels so good, you don't want to leave? Rarely, I'll tell you that much. Good, and change leg. Last one. There you go. Oh, it feels so good. Perfect. And come back. So don't forget, drink your water. Again, stay hydrated the whole day, and thank you so much for being here with me today. Just going to go back and just check. Molly Ann, brilliant. If you're still here, oh, I think you said you're going to do this later. But if you're watching this later, Molly Ann, I want to see you doing backflips. In fact, post a video, if you can, on Facebook in our group of you water skiing. Just a short, I'd love to see it. I love activity. I love action. And I love all of you. Post your videos, show things that you're doing. If it's out gardening and you haven't been able to garden in a while, send a video showing it. Those type of things really mean so much to me, and it inspires. You have no idea how someone showing themselves doing something inspires somebody else to say, I can do that too. You're all leaders because you're taking action, and never underestimate the power that you have to impact others. So thanks so much for being here. Betsy, Peggy, you'll be doing this later. Enjoy it. Very simple, but so impacting. Betsy, love you. Thanks so much for being here today. And Sam, thanks as well. Thanks for sticking it through. And don't forget to hydrate. I'm excited for Thursday's class because I believe I'm going to be getting better every single day, and I can get back to the levels of pushing you. But don't underestimate that today is pushing and challenging the brain to become everything that you're meant to be, born to be, and able to be. Larry, Pat, thank you so much. Always great to have you here, and anytime I can help, you know I will. Larry, I have that no leaving stretch every morning before getting out of bed. That's I totally get that one. Sometimes like, oh, I could actually just roll back to sleep again instead of getting up. That's great, Larry. And honestly, this device that I'm bringing in for stretching, you put it by the bed, you use it in the morning to help stretch before you get out. It makes stretching much more relaxing rather than a strain. Liz, thanks. Thank you so much. Liz, I suffer from a really bad TBI. Most people don't know my story, and one day I'll tell it. I don't focus on me. I've had some pretty traumatic things that have happened through my life physically, and it's been a gift because I wouldn't understand what people are going through if I hadn't have suffered it. And when you find out, a lot of you will be surprised. But I suffered a really bad TBI September 18th, 2018, where I had to learn to talk again. And my brain would just shut down. It was a really bad time in my life. And took a lot of time, seeking out and studying the brain because I wasn't moving fast enough with the doctors, and it really helped with the 60 up. And I know what you're saying. The last exercise with the fingers was difficult, but great. No, your brain can come back. Your brain will come back as long as you put the attention onto it. All your senses, all the abilities will get better and better while you continue to push it. So thanks for sharing the story that's going on with you. But trust it, challenge your brain. I just finished working with someone that I'll talk about in the future. All of you will know her, an incredible actress, and for a movie that she just shot. And we did so much brain training and finger training and stuff. So it's very exciting. The brain is just the most incredible gift that we have. Yours has been since 2013, so you've been 8 years going on there, almost 8 years. Yeah, keep growing it. Never give up. Never think you've reached your maximum level. And no matter how tough it is to do, the brain will adjust. Sometimes we're taught to wait for other people to lead us. You're incredible. So, yeah. Larry writes in it, I sprayed my leg when the umbilical was still attached. That's brilliant, Larry. How long ago did you give birth? I don't know how the umbilical cord got caught around your leg when you were giving birth, Larry, but that's brilliant. Gosh, you're a genius. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for today's class. I really appreciate you being here with me. Thanks so much. I'm wishing you the best of days. And remember, always give love. And when people come back and they give it back to you, cherish every second because it's the most amazing gift anybody could have. Larry, does Allington Castle mean anything to you? No, it doesn't, but I'm going to go and research it. It could be a name, but I'm guessing it's some sort of medical condition that I'm always interested to learn and study, and I look forward to you giving the answer. But everybody, have the best day. Love to you all, and thanks so much for being here. I'll be back on Thursday. Don't forget Kathy tomorrow, and always remember, share the love. Bye-bye.